Expectations. We all have them, and we're all spectacularly disappointed when our expectations are dashed. We have these bewildering disappointment moments of WTF, the surprise. How did that happen? I didn't see that coming. Well, of course you didn't. Your expectations were something completely different. I had incredible expectations of my life, expectations of a happy marriage with 2.5 kids and 2.5 dogs and the white picket fence and happiness. And well, that hasn't happened in my life. I had expectations of financial security and building personal wealth. And one by one, those expectations have just been dashed, and I'm left in a world of debt and medical bills, etc., etc. My life really has fallen apart. I had expectations of being physically fit and being able to be an elite Ironman athlete for years and years and years until I grew old. And the last 4 years of my cancer-ridden life have chucked that expectation out of the window. And here I am. But yet the life I have right now, despite the fact that it's nowhere near any of the expectations I had for my life, is a magnificent, wonderful life. I had expectations this year of a fabulous speaking career, and life was looking good and looked like I was just going to get my head above the financial issues. And then COVID-19 came and I lost everything. That expectation went out the window. And one by one, the expectations I've had for my life, and I'm pretty sure you're sitting in the same place right now where you are right now is everything but what you expected your life was going to look like. Every day we're looking at the expectations of an ending of a lockdown, of when we're going to be able to go back to work. For some of the people out there, the expectation of a job has been dashed. The expectation of a full salary has been dashed. The expectation of an industry that was thriving and looking good has been dashed. And we're looking forward to the future and we're thinking, wow, there's so much uncertainty. And then we start guessing. And unfortunately, this is the first thing I want to say in this video, is that expectations are normally around something that is an assumption, and very little of our expectations are around something that is concrete and realistic. So I know for some of you, so I don't smoke, but I know that all my friends that are smokers had their expectations dashed, and they believed that their expectations were going to be fulfilled by something realistic because they heard Cyril say, hey, end of lockdown, level 5, you are going to be able to smoke again. And it was like, great, okay, so I can expect. And then 2 days later, the minister said, sorry, not going to happen. Whatever that was, personal agendas or politics, who knows. And now the expectations are dashed. So unfortunately, that is unfortunate, and life happens like that a lot of the time. We had this expectation of level 4, and really it's level 4.9. It's no different to level 5, and that's dashed. So I just want to implore you, stop building expectations about coronavirus, about going back to, so the expectation is, when can we just go back to normality? Can we just go back to normal? We expect that we're going to be able to go back to normal. Well, stop with that expectation straight away, because that is unrealistic, and it's built on what? Assumption that we're going to go back. There's no evidence. There's no empirical something that says, right, these people went to the other side, they went back and look. And even if there is in other countries, that's not our country. So, so number one, lower your expectations. And if you are going to have expectations, please build them around something that is realistic and empirical, so that you can measure those expectations against something, which means that they're not really expectations, but more like a goal or a plan set around something that is concrete. That's number one. Number two, and this is something that I've learned over the last 4 years of my life, is focus on the things that you can control. Build your expectations around the things that you can control. And for me, I can pretty much only control today. Although today is a great example. I thought that I could control my day. My expectations were that I was going to do 2 talks and that things were going to be fine. And the first one, unfortunately, I fell victim, because that's always what happens when our expectations are dashed. We become a victim. It's like, oh, woe is me, how on earth, I didn't see that coming, and that was me today. That my Zoom call just ended unexpectedly, and then I had to get everybody back into a call, and it was a managing the unexpected. So, maybe that's the other way to look at dashed expectations, that's the I don't know. But anyway, and then I had a Facebook Live video at lunchtime for the Cancer Association. And that one, Facebook, my fiber connection was 27. It was like, wow, this is great connection. And then that bombed out and lost everybody halfway through. And I was like, man, what kind of day am I having? But you know what? Here's the third thing, is that expectation and failed expectations and dashed expectations enables us to become more agile. It enables us to become more adaptable, and it enables us to become more resourceful. So over this time, I'm sure that you, like me, have become super resourceful. Now, it doesn't even faze me when I lose connection. It doesn't faze me when a Zoom call or a meeting or a presentation bombs and then everybody comes back on. It's just kind of, that's what it is. It's not ideal, but we handle that. That's what it is. So we have a choice. We have a choice every single day to say, when our expectations are dashed, how are we going to handle this? Are we going to handle it in a way that says, hey, nobody said life is going to be easy, and you know what, expect the unexpected, because that's what your life's going to look like, and let's bounce back quickly? Or are we going to be victims of this thing and have those woe is me moments? I know that for a lot of us right now, the expectations that we had and that have been dashed, there's some really hard stuff. And that's when it's even more important that you manage your expectations going forward, and you're trying to manage your emotions within the landscape, because that's what's really critical right now. And those emotions are making us expect bigger things, because we're hoping that that's going to get us out of where we are right now. The only thing that can get us out of where we are right now is to manage the thoughts and to concentrate on what we can control within today. And actually, if that's all we can do, that's enough. So hang in there. We will get through this. You will get through this. I've been through a hell of a lot in my life, a hell of a lot of dashed expectations, and look at me, here I am somehow, and I'm probably the most adaptable, resourceful, agile person I know, and that's the gift. So I really hope that helps you just a little bit. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe for more, and send it on to your friends and family if you think it could help them too. Until next time, stay safe. Cheers.